on top of doing just the VOD review normally on this video, I did mention I want to do, this will probably be a shorter one compared to some of the other stuff, but I did want to do a quick one just on this Tracer gameplay, just to specifically watch what we're doing with the Tracer, because there were a couple things that I feel like I didn't like about the Tracer, and I didn't really feel the value coming out of the Tracer. So you can, okay, so just first off the bat, you walk all the way from spawn to the point without using blinks. Blinks are very useful in this case. You could have gotten yourself to this health pack here, or you could have even been here. There's a health pack here. You could be here already harassing as they're walking through this door, and you know you have recall, you have a free escape if you don't like where you end up. But yeah, so you're just playing with the tanks right now, just kind of throwing damage in. And they do have the McCree, which is they have the McCree and the Brig, both of which are very hard for you to play the Tracer against. So you're just kind of putting damage in on targets, but one of the big things about Tracer is you get a lot more value picking a target and following that target versus kind of just spamming damage in. Like this is more of a Reaper. This is how Reaper should be playing right now. It's just kind of with the tanks, throwing damage in. Tracer is a lot more self-sufficient. You could be playing with this health pack back here and just harassing this McCree and trying to take this duel, because ultimately, he does have the favored matchup. If he can get that flashbang, you can keep yourself just out of flashbang range. Just spam damage in, and then as soon as you see that he's low, you push up and you go in for like a final kill. So they lose their Brigida, and you're just you're spamming damage in. I like this though. You use your blinks, which you seem like you've got good blink management as well, because you're a little scared to use them, but you always have at least one ready for you to get out if you need it. Except for now, because it's clean up, so it doesn't really matter. You kind of just go for the trace kills. And then you just kind of back up. You're looking for what you're supposed to be doing right now. Just putting damage on the fire. That's fine. You can be harassing right now. They're down. There's no reason not to. Just kind of build up pulse bomb. Because that's one of the things as Tracer, you want that pulse bomb as often you can get it. Like, you can get that pulse bomb every 30 seconds if you're putting damage into the tanks or the backline and just spamming damage. And then 1k pulse bombs, like if you just, if the Brig uses her bash or whatever, and you can get it on her, put the pulse bomb on her. If the Moira uses Fade, put the pulse bomb on her. If the Reaper uses Fade, put the pulse bomb on him. You can, just throw pulse bombs at anybody who even, questions how dangerous pulse bomb is, because it's... You're shaking your mouth there, that's kind of weird. And so we back up. You almost have pulse bomb again. You could pulse bomb the bongo because it's not very well placed. Oh, okay. So you throw the pulse bomb in, but the Sigma was using his hand, so he eats it. So you just have to back up. Yeah. Okay then. Unfortunate with that. You're just kind of trying to spam for stall time. Jump scare with the Reaper, but you're dead. It's all good. You're back. We're going into the next fight. But I do like the pulse bomb. I like the idea of the pulse bomb there. And it's just kind of being mindful of the abilities they have to negate the pulse bomb there, which would have been the shields and the Sigma hand. But yet again, you can kind of be harassing again. Their team they swept off the Kree even. They don't really have, besides the Brigida, which is a very close range stun, they don't really have the ability to punish you that hard if you were to play on the very far left side, which you're about to do. You hear this Reaper behind you, and you back up for heals, and then you decide, no wait, I want to fight him. You saw him, the Reaper goes in with you, and you chase him down. Yep, and you clean him up. That's really well played. And then I want to see what you do from here. So you just kind of back out. Ultimately kind of like that. You walked into the Sigma. Okay, that's fine. And then you recalled out of it. I don't like the use of the recall there, because now you have to play much more passively. The fire goes down anyways. And you're just putting damage in on the tanks. And then Orisa. And you chase the Moira. And you have full spawn now. You see the Sigma hand, and I fall into that trap a second time. You throw the pulse bomb. Less necessary at this point, but it's fine. You should have it. You should be able to farm it back pretty quickly. And I kind of want to see you playing... Okay, So now at this point with the Tracer, there's a couple different places you can play, depending on how they're playing, because it's kind of dependent on how their DPS are playing and what damage you can do. You can be playing up here, or you can be playing up here. You can be playing down here, or further over that way. There's lots of different places you can play, and you can kind of just be flanking around this way back over here, just trying to put damage into these people as they're walking into this choke here. Because ultimately what you kind of want to do with the Tracer is you want to be, if you're in this room, you're pushing in from here. If you're on this high ground, you're kind of spamming damage into the high ground, or you can bouncy castle up, go over the top here, harass from the back, and then recall right back to here. There's lots of lines everywhere. There's a lot of stuff you can do with Tracer though, and the main thing you kind of want to be doing is, this is our kill box right now. This is the area where we want to kill people before they can even push to point. And if you can be, this is where the Reinhardt is going to attack from, right here. So if you can be attacking from this side, or even back here, bigger arrow so you can see, bigger arrow. So yeah, if you can be doing damage to this area in any way, you want to take that. Besides the one the Reinhardt's already going to be doing. That is the best value out of Tracer, is when you're flanking and getting damage from the outside. So you do. You come around from this side. This is well played. You kind of see the Reaper and are kind of scared off, and then you turn back to your team. We get a big pin, which you should definitely be helping follow up on that. We grab. The Reaper uses his Wraith form, and you see that. You try and follow up on that. He's getting some heals. You have to use your recall, which is fine. And I think you just back out then. Yep. But as the Tracer, I wouldn't have disliked, especially because they're not really, they're still, the only stun they have is the, they don't have any one-shots on you, and the only stun they have is the Brigitte stun. You can still be playing in this archway back here. You never had to go back to your team. The Tracer can be playing from back here. There's a mega pack here, there's a mini pack here, there's a mini pack here. And then on the opposite side over there and over there, there's more mini packs. There's lots of mini packs on the map. There's lots of mega packs on the map. You can be using those to be playing with your team. But we go for the high ground, which you follow up on. Alright, so yeah. You're just harassing this Reaper who's up here with the high ground. He's forced to drop down. You see the Zarya go for the platform, and you follow her. I like this. See the Pharah? Try and get the damage in on the Pharah. You're just putting damage in on the shield. On Tracer, your damage is less effective when used on the shield, but you see the what's it called? You see the Bongo and you go for the Bongo. Okay, so you change targets there. I would have liked to see the Orisa have stayed as your target there, but you go in and then your shield gets stuck on the shield, and you're not gonna be able to. I mean, you could have tried to blink away, but alas, it's unfortunate. So we can work on pulse bomb usage. But either way. So, you just try and rush back to the point. You're back on the Orisa. You're forced to use the recall. But you can kill the fire, but no one's able to retouch. It's unfortunate. I don't think we win that fight anyways, so it isn't your fault. You were forced to recall. So we go for second point, and I'm gonna stop the VOD review when the Tracer gameplay stops, because I very specifically wanted to point out Tracer gameplay changes that I wanted to make. Because honestly, the McCree was fine, and I go over more of the McCree stuff in the VOD review, in the full review. This is purely the Tracer play. So they're playing the Reaper McCree comp again, and you nope. Come this side, come right side. If the team's going left, you go right. You don't, like, a Tracer doesn't really want to play with a team because you want to be able to get close to people and you don't want them to know you're there. So you just back out, basically. You've already had enough, you don't want to play in this fight anymore. So yeah, you go for the flank on the Reinhardt. And you commit pretty hard on that, the Reinhardt. But it's okay, you've got good tracking, you're hitting a lot of shots. And look at you, you're already 80% or 70% of pulse bomb. The first point hasn't even opened yet. And you pick the correct next target, which is your Ana. You're looking for her. Oh, you get the Kree very low. They were able to spam me out though, which is unfortunate. That was overall, I like that play. The second half of the play. First half, I don't really like your positioning before you made the move to the flank, and then you had started harassing the backline. And you self-help the Tracer. So, that is where I'll end this part of the VOD review. There's a bit more McCree stuff in the main, but we've talked about McCree multiple times. And ultimately, I did like more of the McCree play in this. And I think more of the McCree stuff from this point onward is consistency, not like McCree play in general. And I think we keep this composition for the rest of the fight. We keep the Reaper McCree. So that's all I'm gonna do for this Tracer VOD. But yeah, so those are some things we can work on the Tracer, is more aggressive flanks, and we can work on the pulse bomb usage a bit.